This is the AEW Collision January 25, 2025 full show results video which takes place at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. The show started with a match between Samoa Joe versus Nick Wayne. Hook and Katsuyori Shibata make their way out to even the odds as the patriarchy looks to attack Joe prior to the match. Wayne then runs the ropes, but Joe stops him and trips him, then nails Wayne with jabs and sends him to the corner and down to the mat. Wayne is up on the top rope and comes crashing down on Joe, taking him down, and then rolls Joe back in the ring and covers Joe for only a 1 count. Wayne had success targeting the knee and he got cocky with Joe's limited mobility, but Joe made him pay with a hard clothesline, then the muscle buster. The patriarchy tried to break the pin, but Hook and Shibata were on the spot for a fight outside to protect the finish, and Samoa Joe defeated Nick Wayne by pinfall. After the match, Joe, Shibata, and Hook are in the ring as the patriarchy leave to go to the back. Then Joe celebrates his win as the fans chant his name. Then we saw a champion versus champion match between Kazuchika Okada versus Commander. The match starts off with Commander kicking Okada and following it up with a dropkick. Okada then rakes the eyes of Commander and then recovers and puts Okada in a submission hold. Okada then makes it to the ropes to break the hold and then goes to the floor as Commander takes him down and sends him in the ring. Okada then goes to the top and hits Commander with a big elbow. Okada then recovers and hits Commander with a Rainmaker and defeated Commander by pinfall. After the match, Okada shakes the hand of Commander, and as Commander turns to leave, Okada takes down Commander from behind with a double axe handle. We then head to the back parking lot as Powerhouse Hobbs waits for Big Bill to arrive. Hobbs and Big Bill then start to brawl. Hobbs then hits Bill with cookie sheets to the head and then grabs him, then Hobbs nails Bill in the head with a garbage can lid. Bill then hits Hobbs, but Hobbs grabs a gate off its hinges and hits Bill with it. Security then shows up as the fans chant "Let them fight," then Bill tells Hobbs he has got him. We then see Big Boom AJ and Big Justice backstage with Lexi Nair. Before they can really say anything, they are interrupted by the Undisputed Kingdom. Adam Cole does the boom with AJ and Big Justice before making their way down to the ring. The next match happened between Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Daniel Garcia, Daddy Magic, and Cool Hand-On. We see O'Reilly puts Parker in a headlock, then Daniel Garcia comes in, but he is sent to the floor. O'Reilly then hits Garcia with a knee, but Garcia comes back and takes him down as he jaws with Shane Taylor Promotions. Parker and Daddy Magic then double team Kyle, but Kyle comes back and takes them both down. Kyle then tags in Cole as Garcia is tagged in as well. Both men then exchange strikes, then Garcia picks up Cole and drops him on his back. In the end, Daniel Garcia comes in and is sent to the floor, then O'Reilly nails Parker with a big running knee, and the result of this match was Undisputed Kingdom won the match by pinfall. We then head to the back, where Max Caster is talking about how his friend and mentor turned their backs on him. Caster then says the response has been overwhelming and he is a survivor and is the best wrestler alive. Caster then issues an open challenge for the best wrestler alive. We then head to the back, where Top Flight is being interviewed by Lexi Nair. Dante is upset that Leo Rush and Action Andretti aren't in the building, but Darius isn't surprised. Darius then goes off on Dante, noting that he never wanted Rush in the group to begin with. Darius then challenges Rush to a match and promises to send him packing again. Tony Schiavone is in the ring and he brings out AEW Women's World Champion Mariah May and Toni Storm. Mariah May says when she looks at Storm, she sees nothing and she is nothing, then Mariah says Storm is a joke and a meme. May then says the fans laugh at Storm and then forget about her and she has never cared about Storm and she is just the easiest pawn she used to dominate the entire game. May then says if she has to remind Storm again in Australia, so be it, because she will get off humiliating her in her hometown. Toni Storm then says she is Mariah's biggest fan because Mariah is amazing and an inspiration. Storm then says one day she wants to be just like Mariah and hugs her, then May mockingly pets Storm before slapping her across the face. May then nails Storm with the title before whipping her with it, then security and referees then eventually get May off Storm and heads to the back, but Storm returns to her timeless persona and says she hasn't forgotten and everything May has done to her she will feel forever. Storm then says this is her moment in the sun and this is her performance of a lifetime, then Toni Storm says she is going to rip Mariah's tits off. In a preview of Up Close with Renee Paquette, coming out on Tuesday, Jon Moxley explained that his vision is to fill AEW with 1,000 Moxleys. He wants this place to thrive long after he is dead. Moxley wants respect put on the craft of professional wrestling, says this isn't a party. The next match happened between House of Black versus Gates of Agony. We see Brody and Leona run at each other and try to take each other down. Both men then slug it out and chop each other, then Leona is hit with a big chop. Brody then tags in Buddy and he comes in with a flurry of offense. Buddy then sends Count to the floor and takes down both Count and Leona. Gates of Agony then double-team Brody as Buddy comes in to save Brody, then Brody fights back and hits Leona with a bossman slam. Brody then picks up Leona and piledrives him, but Leona gets up. In the end, Buddy and Brody send Count to the floor and double-team Leona with cannonballs, and won the match by pinfall. We then head to the back, where Lexi Nair is interviewing the Costco guys. Harley Cameron then attempts to sing as Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie show up to interrupt the segment and jaw at Cameron. Lexi Nair is now backstage with Penelope Ford and Thunder Rosa, who agrees to no physicality. Ford says she is a star and if she has to tear apart a former champion, she will, then Ford challenges Rosa to a match. Then we saw a TBS Championship qualifier match between Yuka Sakazaki versus Queen Aminata versus Deonna Purrazzo versus Serena Deeb. The match starts off with Yuka quickly rolling up Aminata, but Aminata kicks out at 2. Purrazzo returns to the ring and sends Yuka to the floor, then Taya stomps on her, then Deeb nails Deonna and sends her to the floor. Deeb then stomps on Aminata as Deonna comes back in the ring, then hits Aminata with a neckbreaker, but Deonna takes her down. Yuka then goes to the top and takes down Deeb, Aminata, and Purrazzo with a big crossbody. Yuka then climbs to the top and comes down on Deeb with a big crossbody. Yuka then covers Deeb, but Deeb kicks out at 2. Deeb then drops Aminata and covers her, but Aminata kicks out at 2. Yuka enters the ring and sends Deeb to the ramp, then Aminata and Deeb then fight on the rampway and the referee looks on as Taya comes in and Deonna and Taya double-team Yuka. Harley Cameron then comes in and sends Taya to the floor and takes down Deonna, who then puts an armbar on Yuka. In the end, Yuka Sakazaki counters and rolls up Deonna, and won the match by pinfall to qualify for the TBS Championship against Mercedes Moné. We then head to the back, where Lexi Nair is interviewing the Hounds of Hell. Matthews says when they bark together. Okada then interrupts the interview and tells Buddy they bark like a bitch. Buddy then challenges Okada to a title match, but Okada says no as Buddy calls him a bitch and walks away. Big Bill called Hobbs out to the ring to finish the fight, then Bill hit him with a backpack of bricks and pounded Powerhouse around the stage. Hobbs fired up for a belly-to-belly suplex off the stage through a table. Don Callis hosted supper for his family at his mansion and he warned the troops that this is not the same Kenny Omega. This version is bloodthirsty, he won't stop until he spills Callis blood. Callis also warned that they can't allow Omega's alliance with Will Ospreay. Brian Cage wasn't worried. It's 5-on-2. Callis teased a cliffhanger, who said there is only 5 of them. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Konosuke Takeshita versus Katsuyori Shibata for the AEW International Championship. Shibata had Takeshita down on a sleeper. When Shibata ran the ropes for a penalty kick finisher, Callis hooked his foot. Shibata dodged a knee strike from Takeshita to counter for a roll-up. After more striking, Shibata went for another sleeper, but Takeshita quickly countered for a Blue Thunder Bomb. In the end, Takeshita delivered clotheslines and a knee strike, and then hits the Raging Fire finisher, and won the match by pinfall to retain the AEW International Championship. Don Callis and Konosuke Takeshita celebrates, and the show goes off the air. Out of scale 1 to 10, how much you would rate this week's AEW Collision show? Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe the channel for the latest updates. Please like the video and thanks for watching the video.